All right, we're back with our second example of mole-to-mole stoichiometry, in which you will be given an initial value of moles, and your unknown will also be a value of moles. So this question tells us to calculate the number of moles of silver nitrate needed to completely react with 7.1 moles of copper. So again, the first thing that we're going to need to do is write out and balance our equation. So we're incorporating a lot of skills from the first two units. So we know that copper is Cu. We know that silver nitrate is AgNO3. And then the products, we can predict that based on some of our learning from Unit 2. We know that we're going to form silver and copper nitrate. So a good form of review would be to just look at this and think, okay, what type of reaction is this? And also, we can look back to the activity series and know why this reaction happens. So our next step, we just have to make sure we go through and we quickly balance our equation. So I see that there's 2 nitrates on the right side. We got to make sure there's 2 on the left side, so I'll just put a 2 there. And now there's 2 silvers on the left side, so we got to make sure there's 2 on the right side. I'll just put a 2 there. All right, now with that, we have balanced our equation. So now we're going to need to set up an equivalent proportion to be able to determine the number of moles of silver nitrate we're going to need. So we know, based on the coefficients in this reaction, we can automatically from that determine the molar ratio. So we know that there are 2 moles of silver nitrate needed to completely react for every 1 mole of copper. So we just know there that there is a 1:2 ratio in the reaction of copper to silver nitrate. So right there, we've already found the equivalent proportion, which we're going to use to determine the moles of silver nitrate we need. And we know that there are 7.1 moles of copper. And then our next step will just be to multiply these values together. So again, just like in our previous example, the unit of moles copper is going to cancel out, and we'll be left with a value with units of moles silver nitrate. So that's how you can make sure that you're on the right track in terms of setting up your equivalent proportions, is if the units cancel out. So when we multiply these two things together, 2 moles of silver nitrate per every 1 mole of copper times the 7.1 moles of copper that we have for our reaction, we're going to get 14.2 moles of silver nitrate. And then we can just finish off with a therefore statement. Therefore, 14.2 moles of silver nitrate are needed to react completely with 7.1 moles of copper.